Hello? Hello? Can you hear us? Yeah, good morning as a bheith seo. Léamh a nocht ag déanamh our work in progress. Also it's a céadúr agus gach duine a céadúr ag úsáid subtitles. So ní duine profisiúnta í seo, it's just whoever I kind of found around to kind of come on in. So
straight.
Léamh Brewer. What should I go for first? Oh yeah. So Tom made ag forbert, Uorscéil agus drama ag Easnamh céine.
Agus gonna.
Better, yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Wherever gets the money.
Dunno.
Dar Banham wrote in Easnamh I want. Agus. But big Magwina Timmy ag déanamh an príomh role, is an príomh character. So, hello.
Can start you? Is Misha Dick. Is Ashtor is screen or me. As Kiri. Das me suas ferrum. Visa Maconi and Nuraurach feig couple blian. Vogus own con me fein to make it. Come on quidis mold own ag ober bars. Agus con near na ra near a moor on wintergum less on artsy. Vul me le ban. Fosumer. Scaramer. The anna quid nor hahan lum fui nuaurach. So vogus a welle. Ach. For me jauntus con scanani in Fui ma grahar, chur a love in a vast fein dem leanoi. Tá ma lurag dinne con glúiseocht ma graharian. Can you be my brother?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's that. There's that. For those people who just came, this is my brother. He's dead. So fuair Bosch cos farige sa Gaeltacht. Cús ann agus fuair mé caravan Cias. Bhí €5,000 agam agus me sean Toyota Corolla. Bhí fán orm fáil amach cad a hála dó, céan fá a dhéanach sé rud mar sin. Rinne mé an cinenne an Gael le ma grahar a gathú. Bhí mé sa tóir an írinne. An céad dul chun cín a bhí agam ná búla leis an boc seo Mikey, láháin sa pub. Tá má lorug duine chun a bheith Mikey. Is fearr mór láidir Gaeilge. Seascadí. Tusa? Dunacha? Tusa Mikey. Car sí an sa. Tá míid so fó. Okay, solig hat a cowboy agus crumáil handlebar. Típa le seascad. Tá sé mar ord rí cúin an a lad sa pub. Ba íoscar a cail a fost tar éis clamper le rain cigara íoscaig. Agus sin an fost a bhíag mo grahar. Rain cigara íoscaig. And in general, the fishing industry in Ireland has been destroyed by EU regulations. agus tá daoine fós faragach faoi. Agus fós faragach faoin tourist industry a tháinig ina dhiag. Tar se? And I remember him saying to me one night in the pub, the peninsula has been turned into a zoo and we're the fucking monkeys. You see, lemas ganan ní hosaíam leis an camera. Déanam íireacht dul I bhaim daoine, ionas go bhfuil siad scaoilte oscailte liom. Mar fiú, muna dhéanam taifeadartha, is féidir liomsa a rá cad a dúirt siad san. An rud is táchtaí ná an íarna. Okay, we're going to do a piece from the novel As Béarla. Shall Mikey? There's a Mikey. So, why did you kill yourself?
I guess it was, I don't know, he was kind of a difficult fella. Difficulty relating to people, and I think when he went to that community and kind of didn't fit in, I don't know why he did it.
See what I'm saying? Okay, we need two more characters. We need Thomas, who's a 60-year-old German man with 4 eyebrows. You know, those fellas who've got eyebrows growing out of their cheeks. Go for it. Yeah, you come down you can sit there maybe. Do you mind if I put 2 eyebrows in?
I actually have those hairs anyway, so.
I can enhance them a little bit.
Good, yeah, but. There's no need, really.
Would you like me? It's just
Yeah, for it, yeah.
So. There, little one there. Tomas has no lines in this scene. And I need someone to be the barman. The barman. Is anyone here? Is a barman? So we don't have a bar, so I was thinking the barman just walks up and down like this. He does have lines. Anybody want to do the barman? You? Yeah.
Australia? Or bear?
Bear last toilet. You want to follow? You don't know any less. Okay, so I don't know if you find this, but sometimes I find that the more country you are, the more people can kind of relax around you. And my brother, he wasn't really able to do that, just like relax and have the crack with people. He was a bit stiff. So, was there a lot of anger about it?
By what?
The fishing industry.
Oh, big time. You better believe it, kid. Still is.
I'd always suspected that there would have been strong anger against the authorities because of what was happening to the fishing industry. And my brother's job as an inspection officer, it couldn't have been well liked. I was unsure if I could bring this up. It could be a dead giveaway if people put it together, because I'd already said I was from Kerry, and so was Cormac, which they might remember about him. Although maybe Cormac mightn't even have said it, the brother didn't like to say he was from anywhere. He hated even being from Ireland. Called himself a man of the world. Backward GAA talk. He called any questions about where he was from But even without him saying it, they might still have found it out. It would have been on their mind, and now I'm here and I'm from the same town, and they might begin suspecting me somehow. Although, nah. They get so many tourists through here, they don't care. Fuck, why am I even worrying about this? Relax, I told myself. Everything is okay. So, what kind of happened? Was there violence?
Violent. Well, temperatures were high.
Fair enough. And sorry, I don't know why I'm saying violence. I'd feel fair frustrated if my whole way of life was being taken from me. I don't know what I'd do.
Lads used to get in scraps all right. With other sailors mainly. French boats, Spanish boats. For some reason the Irish inspectors were only inspecting the Irish boats and the French. And the Spanish lads would be laughing at us, the Irish boys. So yeah, the inspectors weren't like, they fucked a lot of us lads over. That's what happened to Mikey.
What happened?
Mikey, tell this fellow, what happened to you? You had to quit the fishing.
He looked.
He looked around with suspicious eyes. He saw me looking at him expectantly.
Ná dúras leis an fucker san hana. Crew stála de me. Fucker bastard be.
Then he turned back to his friend, who continued observing me.
One of the inspectors took a dislike to Mikey and hounded him.
I thought about my brother. He was a vindictive guy. He wouldn't pick on someone, but he didn't have tact either, so they might think he was picking on them. Was he a local man, this inspector?
Not at all. If they were local, it'd be fine. But they're all from up the country. Shower of bastard.
I now knew I couldn't ask any more questions in case the hated inspector was my brother and they twigged the Kerry connection. I should have never mentioned my town, but the potential story started to make sense. Cormac had come here and become an outsider hated by everyone. That wouldn't have been easy psychologically. His initial plan hadn't been to become an inspector. He was actually looking to work as an assistant to a seafood development officer, which was kind of a creative job. It was his dream job, and he wanted to learn Irish too, and coming out here meant all this had aligned. But then the seafood development officer had to move to Kinsale, and Cormac had already been given a house by a friend of our father's in the area here. And knowing Cormac, he did the calculation and realised what he'd lose on accommodation wouldn't make the pay in Kinsale worth his while. So even though it was his dream job, he got another job in what sounded like the same area, except this job was being an inspection officer. Jesus, no one would be expecting to fit in with a job like that. But Cormac was so fucking stupid when it came to people. He probably thought that an inspection officer is just a job and someone has to do it, and it's all part of improving Irish fishing. And the only people who might be hostile to inspectors are the people who break the rules. Not realising that everyone breaks the rules. Fucking hell. I could have told him not to do it if he'd asked me, but he obviously got himself alienated here, got himself in trouble here. Then somehow it led to him killing himself. Why am I doing this? Why am I here?
Dick found himself looking at the faces around him again and thinking, fuck these guys.
And fuck their fishing industry. Fuck them all. Shower of bastards!
Dick said the last bit, why are you here? Like, why are you here?
Because it's a job.
Yeah, but you're not getting, well, very, very, very little money. So why are you doing it? Genuinely.
Well, it's better to be working than not working. And I can relate to Dick, who kind of plays multiple characters in his life. So in some way I can kind of live my life through him.
Stand up in front of people. The reason that I asked Timmy to do it was because he has a road in Easnamh. He has something missing. He has a want. Dick said the last bit out loud, hoping they'd think he was referring to the inspection officers. But the men twigged that something wasn't right with it.
Were any of them foreigners?
No, Irish. Well, not all. Mostly.
And the fellow who fucked you over?
Don't know exactly. Midlands, I'd say.
I've gotten all the information I needed now. Fuck. It is what it is. Fuck! One of my crowd saw, fuck him.
Nay, fuck him.
I was really glad now I hadn't revealed who my brother was. This was the inside story that I'd never have gotten otherwise.
Mikey's friend began describing 2 bluefin tunas he'd spotted and how he'd love to be able to catch them, only for the harbour inspectors. Timmy nodded and listened and ordered more Murphys.
I'm going to be quiet and take all this in.
But he drank his pint quickly with the excitement. And rather than drink another one and maybe do something crazy, he called it a good night instead and made his way home.
Okay, barman, thank you. You can sit down now. Or you can stand there. Or sit there, you can sit there. We'll need you again. So hosig on cadrev le Mikey ag fás. Ag caint leis sa fob, suas gadina hack o'r awain, Kennig me ticéad dul amach a boat tour fiú. Vi sé dul gama, well, ceapas go raibh godi go rishe lum go ros ag curamu aman. You know these people, like typically Kerry people, who are friendly but giving nothing away. Agus ag dera vi sé saléir go raibh sé fannacht amach uam. Ach láháin vi an tá daragaram. Vualis le Bert Rincori o Nuaurach, agus animnig siad duine a bhí aithne go mer. Anyway, bhí Colleen lo, Colleen Americanach, do bannam Ruth. A bhí tar éis boga a bhaile go héireann chun aithne chur ar a hathair, agus uncredfa cibé a hathair. Okay, Tommy, we're going to do another scene from the bar when he met these girls from New York. Tomas Rashnishna? Okay, so we're going to do another scene from the bar. We're going to need Jennifer, who's a tall, white, Anglo-Saxon Protestant dancer. Maria, what do you do? Tussen mas kan ik me goed zeggen. Sarah, who's a Jewish American dancer. Sarah, a Jewish American dancer. Don't all jump up, but you don't have to dance or anything. B. And son. Dick, Irish man, 40s. Ruth, American woman in her early 20s. You're American, right? Perfect. Thank you. Ruth, you can sit there. Darren, tall Irish guy, 40s, big nose, inflated sense of self-worth. Dick, you could do that. Barman, You could stand at the back again, sorry. Stand back here with your brush. Okay. Why is the main character called Dick Walsh?
Yeah, well, I kind of like novels that are where the main character is kind of a cipher for the writer to work these. In fact, I think the best novels are always, even the classic novels that we all consider the best, are always a cipher for the main character. The author, the main character is the cipher for the author. And so I thought it'd be fun just to have him called after me.
You know the way some lads, they find it easier to talk to lads, and other lads find it easier to talk to women. I'm a woman kind of lad. And I thought tahi gum eran New York art top thing. Freshen. So tá gachra go bra. Tá mé am a hávín so. Jennifer, you're Jennifer? Sarah. Right. Okay.
I have a question for you. What is up with Irish men?
Oh, Jesus. What have we done now?
Well, Ruth says you guys are so shy. You never ask someone out unless you're really drunk. And then, what did you say I said to you?
Oh, one guy came up to me and said I had the finest bottom he'd ever seen in his life. Then he genuflected and walked away before I could say anything.
Sounds like a poet to me.
There you go, Ruth. You met an Irish poet.
Irish lads are shy because Irish women are kind of no joke. I said it.
What?
It's like, I don't know if you've noticed, Ruth, the gender balance is different here. Men have never had much power in the home. It's not like American or English culture where a man's home is his castle. An Irish man's home was somewhere he was lucky to be let into.
Jewish culture is like that. Strong mothers. It has a massive effect on our psyche. The guilt.
Yeah, that's us too. Massive guilt. I thought your generation used Tinder anyway.
No, their generation have gone back to analog. The apps are for creeps, right?
Yeah, more or less. Especially around here. It's like you match with a guy 100 miles away. What's the use of that?
Totally.
Are you single?
I am.
How'd you find it?
I'm not really an app guy either.
How's the Galway, man? We're making friends awfully fast. Darren, nice to meet you.
Jennifer.
Nice to meet you, Jennifer.
Sarah.
Just checking for a wedding ring. You couldn't be up to these Galway lads.
But you forgot Ruth.
Oh, that's only Mikey's daughter. She knows me well. How are you getting on? How's Mikey? Mikey's daughter knows all about me.
Well, I actually don't know you at all.
Oh, girls. Now, I tell it like it is. I'm sorry now. But this woman here, Jennifer, right?
Yes?
This woman is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. And we've a word for it in Irish, stumpa. It might sound weird, but
Are you calling me a stump?
no, a stumpa. And it's the highest compliment you can ever give a woman in Irish.
I like it. I'm a stumpa.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I won't bother you anymore. You take care of these women, Galway man.
What do you do here? Are you local?
I kind of work in construction, actually.
I suppose we're not all shy.
It's not shy one bit.
Tommy, get around in here for the lads and a pint for myself.
Oh, no, we're fine.
Ah, no. The Galway man is obviously not doing his job right. Letting the girls go dry.
Is she okay? Who is this guy?
I don't know. He hangs out with my father sometimes. I'm not sure what you mean by by Irish guys being shy. They're actually kind of crazily confident too, like that.
Jennifer always attracts guys like that. You can't take her anywhere. I think it's the height thing.
So how did you end up out here doing a workshop?
There's actually a guy Jennifer knows who runs a theatre company here with, I don't know how, but with connections to New York City, and somehow he arranged a grant for us. It's all highly random. He's a weird guy.
Theatre people are freaks. The form isn't interesting anymore, so it just attracts attention seekers.
Have you really seen work like by Booster Group or Elevator Repair Service?
Yeah, some. I'm not pushed on it. I mean, they're both old companies these days, right? I used to know Jim Fletcher. He's a good actor. I like what he does.
Who's Jim Fletcher?
You know, a big, strong, bald guy. Often has a moustache, maybe 60. He's in all their shows.
Oh yeah. You know that guy. Hasn't he done dance stuff?
Yeah, he has. I remember him saying something about it one time. I didn't really know Jim, but I wanted to get to know him. I would see him around at film nights or openings, but it was hard to get him interested when my chance came to speak casually to him. So much in New York life involved this sort of grovelling, hoping for what? To be benighted by some guy. It was just like that. Even now, Sarah kind of likes me because I'm dropping these hints, you know? Because she thinks I'm part of a certain world. I got funding from NYU, etc. That's what she's thinking. In general, I wasn't really big into the scene over there, too scenery.
I know, I try to stay away from it too. I just try to work with good people, do my work, then go home.
She didn't get that I didn't even get close to working with either good or bad people. I worked as a barman and had slept with Rachel one night, and that's how I got my film grant. This film grant. Other than that, I was an audience member, a fan with notions. But the new stuff just wasn't as good as the stuff I'd studied anyway. Everything now is biographical and about identity, but nobody has anything deep to say about either of those topics other than look at me. So fucking sick. And sorry, I hope I don't offend you, but I found most of the work being made in New York to be poor. No offence.
None taken, I agree. It's in a bad way right now.
Sarah was a chill one. I could tell. The great thing about New York is it makes great people. They're lost in a terrible system, but many of them are so honest and direct, you know, and quite frankly non-elitist. And nowhere in Europe is like that. She's a poor dancer girl, dancing, taking part, probably really earnestly, in a sick, depraved, degraded system that lives off the intellectual cachet of artists who've left an amazing legacy and body of work, but are simply dead and not being replaced.
Hey guys, do you mind if we go?
Of course, are you okay?
I'll tell you later. Is there somewhere else we can go?
I don't know. It's just the only bar for ages.
I got a bottle of whiskey in my caravan. We could go there.
Are you sure?
Of course, you're my people from New York.
Jesus, Galway man, you're letting your two girls go dry. You're no good at this at all.
Okay, I'll get us a drink.
Get them a yellow spot.
We're okay.
You have to try the yellow spot.
We're actually thinking of leaving.
All right.
Sure, we'll have this one for the road. Tommy, 3 yellow spots, please. Shagging things are going to cost me €30 now.
Where are you going next?
To Dick's place?
Darren's eyes met mine, but I couldn't read what was behind him. It wasn't good. It felt like a sense of betrayal. It felt like I wasn't of the same class as him anymore. I was a college boy. I fitted in with the girls. I'd learned the codes of behaviour, the language, the way of being to fit in with these type of people. And here I am now, walking out the door with them. It wasn't very Irish of me, in a way. So Chumar a rash gadi an caravan don Budale whisky. Bhí 2CB a gum freshen agus Hogmar is sin. On will more on tahi a give le 2CB. Yeah. That's nice, right? What the Lord is? I can't say what the Lord is. What the Lord is? No. Dera, cuddle Misha agus Sarah. Salabakena. Agus cuddle Jennifer. Aaron Tullug. So Sean Mercy in Ackling sa caravan. Agus cuddle Ruth in a caravan féin. Bhí Ruth den Túram gur Curmisha Hunter S. Thompson in Ulde. Agus an lá an íag sin tháinig sí le cúpla corda ag loram drogaí a cinnach. Cur sé isteach go mar dús, ach an son risé lom gur bé seo má bhealach isteach. Agus mar sin, bhí Misha an drug lord de páistí cailte na lehinise. Bhí samach an ragan a loga minic, agus ihawan ag kosher, bhí group of hipsters o Ballyaclia ag plaigíocht, agus they really fucking pissed me off, and I don't know if they reminded me of myself or something, ach. Bhís builelo agus casamachas an takiad, literally. Bhí 6 nára orm, ach ceap na lads gur fear mór me an ish. Agus bhí mass ag Ruth go háirithe orm. Bhís mar father figure de an lá sin, duine chun í a chosid. Agus dír sí orm cáir a thuairt de, mar bhreis sí go raibh Tomás, 4 eyebrows, ag teacht a dír a hathair, Mikey. Agus is Gearmánach é Tomás, fiú go bhfuil gaeilge líofa aige. Anyway, mar a hála sé, bhí a lán tithe aige sa counter. Agus seans mór go raibh buinte aige le importál drogaí. Agus ag cur brú Mikey na pickups a dhéanamh le na bháid. Bhí Ruth ag ligint a cuid rúnlam. Bhí Misha ag fáil amach faoi taobh eile duracha an counter. Why the fuck are you writing this?
For the teams, you mean?
Just like, what are you doing writing this this thing?
Very interested in community these days. I guess as a person I've, when I was younger I wanted to go to college and meet friends there, and I met good people. Then I wanted to get into the art world and I met good friends there too. Moved abroad, went to America and made friends. But just from my perspective of 43 years on the planet, it seems to me that the best forms of community are still maybe the traditional ones of like villages, small towns, housing estates, boroughs, places where people have lived for generations, where people are related to other people or know who their friends' relations are, know who their relations are, and there's a thick nexus of connections. And I find them to be kind of actually inclusive. I noticed even in Dingle, people who had mental health issues or who were a bit outsidery were all kind of looked after. Everybody were paid attention. No one was left out. And I found New York when I was there. Maybe true for all big cities, it's very easy to find yourself all alone.
Yeah, I don't agree with you. I think you can find community quickly with like-minded people based on shared interests and shared needs.
Okay.
Anyway. Vrahis. go raibh mé páirt an phobal sa. Agus ní amháin sin, bhí sé cur leis an phobal sa. Bhí róla gom. Bhí sa man tíide líne tomáisín four eyebrows. Agus tháinig mé anonymous blogs ag déanamh únsaí faoi gentrification agus landlordism. An sin ris sé lom gur bé mugra thar an anonymous blogger. And I presume he had to be anonymous because he was a civil servant. And de réir na blogs bhí sé suléir go raibh meas mór ag magrathar cuasaí na háite agus cuasaí tútha go ginearálta. Agus fiúch sé Tomás amach mar an duine a bhí freigrachas. Agus ní aon timpiste go raibh sé ag scríomh le chaile mar é. Bhí orm leanúnt a raibh le séthar magrathar agus an boc seo a nachtú. Now, bhí mach ag Tomáisí, dar benam François. Ceann den na lads óga a bhí ag crocha timpeall le amach an ragarna. Fear dathúil, even cináilte é. Pure catch. So, can we get someone to play him?
Yeah.
François?
Oui. Am I coming up?
Yeah, see you soon.
Just to let you know, as part of this project, I actually went and looked into my brother's emails and actually found out when I asked my mother for the login details, she actually hadn't even looked through them herself from the time. Nobody had. It's kind of typical of my family to not kind of want to pay attention to what went on. Anyway, nuair léasí tháinig mé ríomhaist faoi firm an Táillig. Is álaigh go raibh muid rathar I ggéireadh teachta bháile agus a bheith I gceannas an firm. Ach, ní réontaigh me athair leis na phleananna atá aige agus sa deireadh díol sé. Ní raibh an am sin ró ada I níag sulla cur muid rathar lámh ina bhás féin.
So bhí rud éigin simúil faoi François. Bhí sé gorgeous. Agus cínte go raibh sé difriúil ná na leid eile. Dinis rút scéal dom faoin na óige. Dúidí ga athair Tomás é ón na bháthar ón rúis nuair a bhí sé 3 bliain a dhís. Thug sé rais an sothe ach ní raibh sé ábhata ar a ceart a thuairtó agus thóg ben túl a bhí ag obair le na hathair. Ní raibh is agam conas é seo a chur in na láthair dó. Ach bhí sé táchtach go gluiseadh sé go raibh is aige an íorna faoin na hathair. Bhí ag súil tar éis sé a intiad dó go gabhróidh sé lom a athair a nachtú mar an cruc ina raibh sé. Cuddal muid le chéile. Bhrethas go raibh mar compórdo. Agus nuair a bhuaigh mé an maidin ina dhiag bhí sé an Easnamh. Bhí bád ón chúin as roimh. Cúig na léanta agus fós ní raibh rian ar bithir. Chur an phobal an Milan ormsa, mar bhí mise an fearr deireanach go bhí leis. Nuair a cúla siad go raibh mise an fearr deireanach go bhí leis. Agus nuair a cúla siad go raibh mise go raibh sé am a labba, bhí sé níos measa fós. Bhreath mé homofóbia láidir, ná bhrethas riamh ribh sin. Chailis ma lóistín, chailis ma bhealach isteach, chailis ma access. Thosig ma drán féin fiú ag dul ma chuine. Sa deire cail mé rút. Bhí sé sin crua. Ach ní raibh fáin ar an fágint, An cuid is mód in a dún bharatha a Harlíonn is é an duine ón clown a dhéanana agus bhí is cínte go raibh Tomáisín freigrach sa cá seo. Rinne mé an cinenne fannacht in ma Toyota Corolla. Bhí is díirithe ma innocence a crothú, Tomás a nachtú agus an scanán a críochnú.
How about I play Tomás?
P-Chanel, yeah. Then Tomás. Okay.
No, I don't. Nuair a Léamh díal mé Tomás ag an am seo. Nuair a Léamh faoin am sin ag gurachtain Timmy cart. Bhí sé sin an am cart chun imimecht. Chun an fear rá bhí sé níos éasca fannacht an sin sa tóir ar Tomás ná dul bháile agus a bheith díleáil le mo triblód féin ó fear fáibanna féin a bhí ar ais i géirí.
Yeah, ní é an team left. Like, it wasn't easy to stay living in a car, having been shunned by the community without a penny. I was doing something for the greater good, a force greater than myself.
Okay.
So bhí plan crackáilte go. Dul bhealach ar a máid agus é a hafide. Danis ar an máid sa hold, thar ihe, ach biú é mar rinnes tafid air ag fiocas sús boscín ón farige. Boscín drogaí. Ach ní leir é seo. Chun bear ar an nóméid bhí orm aig a thuairt ar an rud is táchtaí. An tafid a úsáid chun brú a chur ar pe ólas a bhí aige ar mar gruthar a scuile.
Okay, I play Tomás inis.
Okay, Tomás.
Okay.
Tom tar éis a hafid ag fáil na boscí sin an farige. Tá sé gom ar video, right? Tá sé gom, fórsa,
Okay.
ón farige. Aberlum cad a háda do gruthar agus an cadre bheith bhí go leat. Aberlum cad a háda dó agus cad a rintú leis. Muna déir an túlam, taispána mé an fí seo go dtí na Gardaí. Simple as. Simple as. Aberlum.
Look, I don't know, your brother was depressed and,
Tá is a gom go raibh sé depressed, yeah, tá is a gom an sin.
you know, he had, look, he was my tenant. He stopped paying rent for some reason. He thought that landlords shouldn't charge rent. He was an idealist. He was working a good job, he could have paid me, and I just gave him an eviction notice, and that was the last time I contacted him.
And what happened then when you gave me the eviction notice?
He didn't pay. He still hasn't paid.
Smart. Cad a hála, thug tú an eviction notice though, agus an sin cad a hála.
Timmy, I used to know your brother, like, I've spoken to him many times, and yeah, he was depressed, and he had issues with your family, he was fighting with your father, and there was that thing with the farm. I mean, I think they were the things that were happening at the time that you should be looking at.
Do you know what I think happened? He got involved with your little drug ring and somehow knew too much about it, and then you did away with it. So I want you to tell me the truth, because you're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
You are...
Making people do things for you to fucking expand your little empire, taking advantage of the community. Okay. You're the poison on this community, you know that?
Are fantasizing. This is a fantasy. It's a like, where?
You're a liar,
I don't know, Timmy.
You're a liar.
I don't know what happened to him, you know. I think you know yourself.
You're just some German guy who's pretending to be Irish importing drugs into this community. You are the poison of this community, you know that? And the sooner you're done away with from here, the better. For everybody.
I think you should look at yourself. I'm actually liked around here. People want me here. Everybody wants you to go. You're adding nothing to the community. You're selling drugs to young people. You're having sex with young people. You fucked my son. You're the one that's not liked.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're using people. That's what you do. You use people. You're using Mikey. You use my brother. And you use your own son.
I think you're spending a lot of time on your dreams. And you need to pay attention to reality. Where were you when your brother was in trouble? I think you were not here. You were in New York somewhere having a good time. That's the truth. Wait, hey! Come on, hey!
I know you know what happened. I know you know what happened. I know you do. I know you know what happened.
Indeed. It's okay.
I know you know. Tell me what you know. You're a fucking liar.
We don't know.
You're a fucking liar.
Okay, so he killed me, killed Tomas, and in the nature of a tragedy there is a punishment, and when he has to go back he realizes that he can't stay in Ireland anymore, and so in the form of a mythic story he has to leave because he'll be tried for murder. And so in the form of a mythic story, he's condemned to permanent exile. And that's the end at the moment.
What a dumb ending. So basically we learn nothing about him. But we learn nothing about him. He goes back into exile. Fucking dumb.
No. He's not dealing with himself, and so like anybody who doesn't deal with themselves, they're condemned to permanent. It's a metaphor. Okay. All right. Thank you all very much for coming to this work in progress reading. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, and happily will receive them off you now. And you're probably wondering where we're all going to go for a drink. But first we have to do a little bow. Cheers, thanks very much. There's a bar upstairs, I might go for a drink there, but everybody can just run away home as well. Do we ask some questions? Does anyone have a question? I mean, maybe that's for work in progress, maybe. Nah.
Will it be on TV?
What?
It's the old country question
Oh, well,
about artistic work. Will it be on the telly?
Huh?
No.
I have a question.
I hope it's not black and white.
Oh, yeah.
Is it written in Irish?
Isn't it Irish?
Written in English?
Oh yeah, is it written in Irish? Yeah. Is the novel Irish or English, is it?
Yeah.
God Tonga is the planet, yeah. Sorry, no, that's really the show's over. We should
Fuck this.